Thanks for the awesome introductions that you always do. And thank you all for being here. And very grateful for the wonderful reviews and everything that you had to say about our film, which pushed it even further up there. This has been a very special film for me, and what a man, Mr. Mani Ratnam. Working with him, our teacher, our professor, our guru, it was wonderful. It was all work and no play. We didn't have fun at the shoot, but we all lived a dream. And this dream is not just our dream of wanting to work with him or to be in a good film. It was a dream of 70 years to make a film, a story that everybody was dying to make into a film. And all of us are so proud to be a part of that film, and that each character in that film, each character has a fan club and has always had a fan club. To think that each character now has a face, and it's one of ours. And I think that's, like Ash said, very humbling, but I think we can also tap ourselves on our back and thank Mani sir again for that. Thank you, sir, for that honor, that great honor. It's been wonderful working in such a beautiful film with such a lovely cast, and the music by Rahman sir and Thotadarni sir and everybody there out there, Eka who did the costumes, and Ozzy who did my hair, and the horse that helped me write properly. I'd like to thank everyone, taking a page from your book. It was wonderful, it was wonderful. But I hate to say this, more than that, the fun we had was like we all shared just now. During the PR, we had such good fun. And I think that again is borrowed from the film. It resonated because most of the fun was us talking about what happened in that film, how Mani sir tortured us, killed us, and made us promise ourselves every evening, I don't want to act, I'm going to stop acting with this film, tomorrow no shoot. But next morning, though it was 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whenever we were woken up, we just jumped out of bed and knew that we had to do this, and we're doing something so special. There have been movies, there have been blockbusters, there have been big films for us, but I think this one will always hold a special place in our hearts because it's not about being a blockbuster or the record breaker or whatever. It's a film, it's a story that's lived in every...
It's not going to fade away anytime soon because I will always cherish this, and I don't know if I can actually go on another set, and there'll always be withdrawal symptoms of not having these guys around, because I'm only probably working with one co-star out there. So I'm privileged, and of course, again, like Aishu said, so privileged to be on this stage, sharing this stage with so many wonderful people.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Zordar thaliyan ho jaye. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming here, supporting us. It's so nice to see you all again. And too many memories that I will cherish forever. Firstly, back home, I haven't been part of any multi-starrer. So the only time, I get to meet everybody at one go is probably an award function or something else. We don't really meet that often otherwise. But this was like shooting with a whole bunch of talent every day for 130 days, and like Shobita said, the promotion part of it is what got us closer, because on set we were all a little stressed and wondering whether our clothes were right and hair was right, and whether, most importantly, we were delivering our dialogues okay, and but it's been so special. So I think all of us have had very emotional moments over the last week where we're either laughing like crazy people or we're breaking down and crying, and then the other person starts crying, and Ash was party to it today as well. Yeah, so...
That was a mic drop.
Thank God, okay. I thought someone fell.
Wait, mic drop, yeah, that's the... Mumbai, aisa kuch?
They know that I'm very thankful. I'm very, very lucky to be sitting here. I'm very, very lucky to be part of this film.
Right, thank you so much for saying
Thank
that,
you.
for sharing that. Of course, Shobita, thank you so much for being here. And last time aap bhi nahi aa paaye the. Lekin, on completion of 50 days of this movie, jab 500 crore ka record tod diya tha, you had posted something on the internet that actually set the internet on fire. It was a picture of all of you. Of course, Aishwarya ji usme nahi thi. Abhi is samay kaun si memories leke?
Hi everyone. We've had such a beautiful time shooting the both parts together and the promotions. I know often actors feel like "Arey promotions thaka ye wo," but it's actually been a beautiful experience because everyone has responded so positively and with such respect for the film and the making, that it's really a joy. And a film is only complete when it has eager audiences That's one half of filmmaking, the way I see it. It's been a beautiful response, and that, I think that has really rejuvenated us.
Yes.
And through the course of promotions, all of us became much closer. So I have great memories to take with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Whatever film you make, you try to make it as well as you can. But when you make a period film, and when it is historical, though it's a historical fiction, once it's an historical thing, you try to go as close as you can to what could have been, and not fantasize it, not add elements which are not too real, but try to bring it, as close to reality as possible. This film was treated in that fashion, and the objective while making was simple, that it should look like it is happening now, or it should look like we are there next to the characters. So it was shot, it was scored, it was put together, it was performed casually, not like a historical drama. So everything added to that.
Hi.
Resonated in everyone's heart in the south, in Tamil Nadu, and to be a part of that, I think is very special. And answering your question, I'm so glad.
Always a great honor working with him, Mr. Mani Ratnam. It's a great cast. This movie is going to be a bookshelf movie. People are going to see it for the next 50 years.
Yes.
And it's made like that, and they're all performed like that. Every one of them. It's amazing. So I'm great to be a part of that kind of experience. Working with Gulzar Saab again is like home. Sense of confidence, sense of trust, sense of security.
His storytelling, his way of bringing magic, that pain becomes beautiful. You see love, you see intensity, and the ultimate romance in the moments that, when written on paper, does not read like that, but is definitely experienced like that. And we're so fortunate to have had to have that creative opportunity to live those moments. Thank you. It's truly magical.
I have an extension to this question for you, Aishwarya. How did you get into the space of Nandini, who's smitten everyone? Now when it was on screen, there was a sense of proud, proud in that, yes, this is someone right here. So how did you get in space,
Isn't that amazing? First, to begin with, in Kalkisa's writing,
Yeah.
that this lady is just so, the way she's been written in as a character, as a personality, it's just amazing that all the women also in the audience, apart from, I mean the readers to begin with, absolutely love this character. There's a strange relatability, because I think deep down, all of us know that we are grey. It's not black and white. Everybody is grey. Everybody is layered as a personality, and that's just the deepest truth. So in life, actually, there are no labels. There is no compartmentalization about being a protagonist or an antagonist, or are you positive or are you negative. These are all labels that I think we as people go about attaching to personalities. We all have all the aspects and all the dimensions, and we're reactionary. So a lot of what we do and who we are and how it's so often reactionary. It's very and most often emotional. The triggers are experiences, and very deeply emotional experiences, and that's what so often can be the driving force for choices that you make in your life. And I think that's the core that makes her so relatable. And when Mani Garu narrated the film to me and said, completely echo his sentiments, and who better than to actually bring that kind of dynamic on celluloid than Mani Garu. He is king of bringing romance into the most tense moments in a match.
हमें थोड़ा सा कमज़ोर लगा, तो हमने उनसे पूछा, तो उन्होंने कहा कि लिपसिंग के प्रॉब्लम की वजह से ऐसा होता है. क्या आप एज अ म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर मानते हैं, क्योंकि आपकी जो हम अब सॉन्ग सुन रहे हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं और उसकी लैंग्वेज भी उतनी अच्छी है, तो ये करना डिफ़िकल्ट होता है, क्योंकि एक तो हिस्टोरिकल फिल्म, दूसरा कि उसमें जो वर्ड्स होते हैं वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट, और उसके साथ
I've been fighting this battle from Roja actually. You know, when I used to do jingles, I used to have Hindi and Bengali and Tamil and Telugu. So that actually gave me the experience to handle Roja with 3 languages. So all the lyric writers, that even when it goes from one language to another language, there are a lot of challenges. Within the challenges, we have super hits like Bombay and Roja, and from Dil Se Tamil, Dil Se was a Hindi movie. So we do have those limitations, but I think people are intelligent enough to understand certain limitations. They see with the vibe, and beyond all this, there is an inherent quality with the lyric writers, whether it's even Mehboob or Gulzar Saab or Javed Saab. I think they come up with something which is believable and emotional, and which actually enhances the film. And having people like Gulzar Saab is actually a blessing for this one, because he doesn't look at a language. He looks at it doesn't divide this language as Hindi or Urdu or anything. He just brings an experience to us, and we trusted him. That's it.
Is she your fan club president?
I don't
Just
think
find out.
luck even is the kind of factor that he focuses on.
Lucky charm.
See, when a filmmaker is a very, very selfish person, absolutely heartless and selfish. Only thing that you care for is the film.
We all second that.
How much ever I love her, I will ask her only if I think she's right for the role.
Oh.
And every time I've asked her is only because I believe that she was absolutely right for the role, and she's been nice enough to say yes. So it is not a luck or it's not a charm, it's only her talent and the personality that would portray this character.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's all we have for you. With this, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick photo op. The final photo op. Would like to invite on stage the dialogue writer, Mr. Divya Prakash Dubey, and of course, Laika Production से our very favorite Ashish Singh.
बन रही है, साउथ की डब बन रही है और वो हिट हो रही है, और बॉलीवुड वाले जितने रीमेक बना रहे हैं वो फ्लॉप भी हो रहे हैं. तो ये बात आपको पहले से पता थी, आप साउथ की तरफ पहले ही भाग लिए. साउथ की फिल्में ज्यादा कर रही हैं बॉलीवुड के हिसाब से.
I mean, it's not about, because I think मेरा जो नजरिया रहा है भारतीय सिनेमा है शुरू से, and I was very very clear about I mean, if I had the opportunity, of course, to be able to subtly but strongly and clearly convey that in the work that I did right from the beginning, because I do not I do not support that viewpoint कि यहाँ काम नहीं है तो वहाँ जाएंगे, वहाँ काम नहीं है तो यहाँ आएंगे. ऐसी कोई बात है नहीं. कलाकार कला के पीछे जाता है. जहाँ मौका मिले कि we get the opportunity to shine, to learn, to grow, to be able to do fabulous work, it's a natural, it naturally draws you. And even if we sound repetitive and it bores you, the fact is that I was blessed to have had the opportunity to work with Mani Garu in my first film. Why wouldn't I say a yes? And yes, and thereafter I've also got to work with wonderful directors like Rajiv Menon, Shankar Sir. It was naturally, I would say yes to the movies that I have done, and the